the Pickle Fieldhouse in the Richard Moore Gymnasium. This is Lady Pioneers basketball on the VolState Sports Network. My name is Nathan Maxwell. I'm joined alongside Kason Hollingsworth this evening. Kason, we've got a rematch. VolState hosting Roane State in the Lady Raiders.
Yes, we do. It's bound to be a great game. As you can see, the Lady Pioneers wearing that breast cancer awareness pink. So bound to be a great game here tonight.
It is sophomore night here at Volunteer State Community College as the Lady Pioneers look to do something they haven't done in a long time, and that's pick up a second straight win over Roane State. Earlier this season, back in January, the Lady Pioneers actually snapped a 10-game losing streak to the Lady Raiders in a 65-53 victory.
Yeah, they did. It was, I don't remember if I was there able to call that game or not, but yeah, it was, it was great.
Kason, if you'd like to take the starting lineups, we can get this show on the road here in just a moment.
All right, I'll be glad to. So we're going to start with the Lady Pioneers out of Roane State. The Lady Pioneers starting is number 2, Kyrie Patrick, freshman. Number 4, Jaden Cooper, also a freshman. Number 10, Amaya Thompson. She's also a freshman. And number 11, Zaya Willett, freshman as well. And number 12, Janae Aponte, freshman. And for your VolState Lady Pioneers, number 0, Cheyenne Love. Number 5, Kaya Mason. Number 12, Nay Young. Number 10, wearing number 10 tonight, usually wearing number 21, Rylan Freeman. And number 34, Alexis Parks.
Thank you, Kason. One thing to note that I noticed here for the Lady Raiders, Zaya Willett, number 11, who did not play in the first game this season, is starting tonight. We'll have to see if they throw something different at the Lady Pioneers. They were out-rebounded in the first game, 37-14. I expect that to be a pretty big storyline heading into this afternoon.
I definitely agree, especially you've got Jada Rainey not starting tonight for the Pioneers. Obviously, that's a big shocker because she's the leading scorer, but also just such a presence in the paint. So we're going to see maybe some more aggressive defense being played by the Raiders in the paint, trying to get more boards without that presence.
We'll see where it goes. The leading scorers, the first time these two played, both ended up with 27 points. It was Amaya Thompson for the Lady Raiders, and as you mentioned, Jada Rainey for the Lady Pioneers. So looks like we are all set and ready to roll here on the floor. 4 10-minute quarters, as is the rules here in collegiate basketball. And we await the officials' go-ahead for the tip. Tip up and away, and we are underway here at Volunteer State Community College. Pioneers going to bring it out from the tip. Try to dish it inside now. Dish back out to the wing. She looks to drive, puts up a little floater. It's no good. Rebound for the Lady Pioneers. Kason, I'm going to be entirely honest with you. I'm not going to be able to read those pink numbers from here.
Yeah, I was noticing it when they were doing their warm-up. It is very hard to read those numbers. Definitely going to be an issue. I know last game I had an issue of just switching names up, and I guess it's going to be even worse tonight.
I'll have to apologize for that ahead of time, folks. This is my first ball game here with the VolState Sports Network. To bear with me, the Lady Pioneers moving the ball around. Patrick dishing it inside to number 12. That's Aponte. Puts it up now. Shot no good. Rebound, Lady Pioneers. Bring it back down the floor. From the wing, dishing it to the top of the key. Loose ball, they managed to recover it. From the wing. Good movement here for the Lady Pioneers early in this game. Still 0-0. She'll look to drive from the wing. Puts it up. That's going to be no good, but a foul is drawn. That'll send number 5, Mason, to the free throw line for VolState. First of 2 is up and in, and VolState gets on the board first here on this Saturday afternoon in Gallatin, Tennessee.
Mason in her last game was only 2 for 7 from the free throw line. She's definitely looking to have a better performance this afternoon.
Second shot, no good. Rebound goes to Roane State. They'll look to advance up the floor. Long pass, call it the wing. They try to dish it inside, but a little miscommunication, and that ball will go out of bounds. We'll go back to Volunteer State.
Aponte was just trying to get it into the paint there, and she had a person wide open, just a little bit outside of her reach. So I can see the vision, just need to definitely make a better pass there.
Mason dishes it out to the wing again. Back to Mason. Over there towards the corner. VolState doing a good job passing. That pass is tipped, however, and it will roll out of bounds. Looks like it will stay with the Lady Pioneers, however.
Definitely been a game plan for the Pioneers all year. Get it into the paint. There, the Raiders look ready, but fortunately, VolState maintains possession.
That pass, a little wild, and it's going to be taken away by Roane State. It's number 2, Kyrie Patrick again. They'll move the ball around now. Dishes it inside. Puts it up, no good for number 12, Aponte. Mason from the corner looking to drive. Puts it up and in with the foul. VolState with the opportunity for a 3-point play. I believe that was number 24, Jada Rainey.
That would be number 12, Nay Young. All good.
I can't see the numbers. I'm entirely honest with you, folks.
It is. They're very light colors. I don't know. I don't even know if the cameras are going to be able to pick it up.
White on white and a pink outline. I love the concept, but the execution for us broadcasters is not
very tough.
Not ideal. 4-0 after the free throws. Roane State looking to move it down the floor. VolState meeting them at midcourt. They managed to get through. We're there to Cooper. Cooper back to the top of the key. Thompson dishes it inside for Brown, who dishes it to Patrick to try to get a shot up, but there's going to be a foul. So shooting 2 is number 2, Kyrie Patrick for the Lady Raiders. Roane State looking to snap a 22-game losing streak today, searching for their first win of the season. First shot is up and in for Patrick. That'll put them on the board. Make it 4-1 here with 7:27 to play in the opening quarter.
I don't know if we've mentioned it yet, but the Lady Raiders are on a 22-game losing streak. So definitely they're looking to snap this streak, and the Pioneers are looking to get a 2-game win streak.
Absolutely. Mason over to Young. They try to get it inside, but that's going to go out of bounds again.
Off the hands of Cooper. The Raiders are playing some pretty good defense here. Seems like they know the scheme the Pioneers want to go for.
Little floater, no good for Freeman. And the Lady Raiders will get out of there with the basketball. Looking to drive, she'll put it up. She lost the ball. It was number 10, Amaya Thompson. And the Lady Pioneers with the rebound, already back on the other end of the floor. Little mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Roane State. That's number 11, Zia Willett. She did not play in the first meeting between these two teams. Patrick from the wing gets it inside. Looking around, Jaden Cooper dishes it back out to Willett. Willett to the top of the key. They get it into Brown. Brown drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Lady Pioneers. And VolState will move it back down the floor. That's Mason dishing it inside. Tries to put it up for two. It's no good.
That was Jada Rainey. Obviously, with her on the court, the Raiders are going to have to play some more lockdown defense in the paint. Didn't really work out there for the Pioneers, but that's definitely the scheme and game plan that they've been practicing with.
Cooper from the wing for three. That shot falls. And all of a sudden, Roane State has taken a 5-4 lead with 6 minutes to go. And we have a timeout on the floor. So a lot of action here in the opening minutes. Kaysen, what's your takeaway so far?
My takeaway is that the Pioneers are sticking to the scheme that they've had all year, trying to get it into the paint. And the Lady Raiders are really having a tough time with the ball in their hands. They're putting up shots that aren't necessarily the most open, and they're taking it into the paint, into double coverage, and taking really contested shots that if you make it, it'll go on your highlight reel. But, I mean, up one here, the score really does not show a lead for it does, but the way they have played, you would not expect them to have the lead.
Now that's been a reoccurring theme for Roane State this season. They averaged just under 38 points a game, shooting 39% from the field as a team this season. VolState will move the basketball up the floor. Dishing it back over to Mason on the wing. A long pass, and a three from the wing is in and out. No good. Rebound, VolState, and the putback will fall.
That's Jada Rainey right there, able to get really back to where she's her bread and butter.
Roane State moving the basketball around now. Number 10, Thompson, dishing it inside. Hard pass. They managed to get it back out to Brown, but the shot is no good. And VolState has the basketball again. Mason taking it down the floor. Back inside. Shot no good. I believe that was Rainey. That shot up and in for Tykaya Mason. And she's fouled. So another 3-point play here for VolState if they can finish it.
Not many 3-point plays for the Lady Pioneers this year. So definitely interesting on sophomore night, which I guess it's called sophomore night, but it's, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Great to see that they're getting the opportunities to get these 3-point plays that they haven't been able to get all year.
That was Bitterly's first foul for Roane State, the team's third foul already here in the opening quarter of play with 5:07 to go. Free throw falls. It's 9-5 VolState. There's a lot of pressure on this Lady Raider offense right now. We have a whistle at half court. And Roane State will get an opportunity to inbound the ball here.
I believe that was a foul on.
Looks like number 12. That would be Lania Young.
Yeah, Nay Young. That's our full name. We talked to the teams, and we kind of got some, some nicknames, and we figured out she likes to go by Nay, so that's what we call her.
Hey, learning experience for me here today. That shot is up and in for Maya Thompson, making the ball game 9-7 here. Lady Pioneers, she's looking to drive. She puts it up and in for VolState. And now Roane State moving back down the floor. It's number 10, Thompson again. That pass wild, it's taken away. And the Lady Raiders trying to get back to it. They can, but over the back foul, it looks like. Going for the rebound there.
Wilson put up a shot. Love trying to get the rebound. Definitely you can tell that the Raiders are wanting to be physical. And that's a great game plan to have, but you got to be physical to a certain extent.
It is. I would raise some concerns, though, because you look on the bench, they only have 2 players to come in. You're that physical the whole game. Fatigue is going to be an issue towards the end of the ball game, I would think. Moving around, a jump shot for 3 is in and good for VolState. Looked like number 12 again, Nay Young. 7-point lead all of a sudden for the Lady Pioneers. Roane State just trying to advance it across half court. They managed to do so. Patrick dishing out to number 12, that's Aponte. From the wing, Aponte passes it off. Quick mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound for the Lady Pioneers. 3:30 to go in this opening quarter of action. She'll dish that pass out. It's up and in. And a whistle on the floor. Looks like a timeout for the Lady Raiders. It's 16-7 with 3:22 to go, Kaysen. Great bit of a run there for VolState.
It has. Great run there. I think the last time that I looked at the scoreboard, it was 5-4. So great run there by the Pioneers, and a great shot there right before the whistle was blown by Ryland Freeman. That's not usually where you find her. You find her, out behind the arc and definitely maybe a step or two in, but that's usually not her bread and butter down in the paint.
Mm-hmm. So that will leave Roane State with 3 timeouts left. 14 fouls for the Lady Raiders, 2 for the Lady Pioneers. It's a 9-point lead. And the Lady Raiders will inbound the ball. Get it out to Zia Willett. One thing I have noticed, VolState is bringing the pressure on defense. Willett now looking to drive. She'll put it up and in. Nice move by Zia Willett to get a bucket for Roane State.
I think it's good that they're bringing the pressure. They already know, Roane State's not really have that many players, so if you can get them in foul trouble, it's definitely a big factor.
That shot up and good for the Lady Pioneers rather. Back to a 9-point game. That ball loose and taken away by VolState. They will advance up the floor now. Quick pass inside, going back to it again. That shot's good. A rhythm being formed here by the Lady Raiders, or the Lady Pioneers rather.
I want to go back down to the corner over there. Shanti Wilson has been a great player for the Pioneers on defense. With 46 steals on the season, she's definitely a great defensive player, and she's not afraid to get in there and just maybe get a foul or two. Maybe get in there and you get the whistle blown on you, but a lot of the time she's coming away with the ball.
Quick pass for Roane State. Had a running start. Nice dish. The bucket won't fall. There is a foul, however, and I believe that will send Amaya Thompson to the free throw line. Thompson led the way for the Lady Raiders in the January meeting between these two schools with 27 points. Her first free throw is up and in. Free throw number 2 to make it a 9-point game with 2:19 to go is good. So first foul for Parks, and the third team foul for the Lady Pioneers there as they advance down the floor now. Mid-range jumper is broken up, blocked, I guess. They managed to get the ball back. Quick pass to the wing. Shot up, no good. Another offensive rebound for VolState. She drives and puts up a little floater. That will fall.
Wilson with the 2 there. Great play by Amaya Walker. Just kind of get out of the way. And with that, she brought her defender with her, leaving a wide open lane for Wilson.
Willett looking for anybody to get it to. She'll get it back to Thompson. To Aponte. And now inside back to Amaya Thompson. There is a foul. Roane State moving the ball a little bit more offensively here down the stretch in this opening quarter. So after the foul, they will get to inbound the ball under the basket here. That pass is tipped and goes out of bounds. They'll get to do it all over again.
I just want to say something. I had a chance to talk to Otis Key before the game, head coach of the VolState Lady Pioneers. I shook his hands, and his hands just engulfed mine. I mean, it was really humbling.
Wild pass is taken away by VolState. They can't capitalize off of it. That pass will go, or that ball rather, will go out of bounds. back to the Lady Raiders. And Coach Key, for folks that don't know, he is a large individual.
Very
That's
big.
a big man right there.
That's a big old man right there.
Roane State trying to get something rolling here on offense. Number 2, Kyrie Patrick with the ball. She'll dish it out back to Aponte. Aponte inside. They tried to have a little move. It looks like we got a foul or an injured player.
I believe that'd be a foul as Love was breaking towards the basket. I saw hands just grabbing all over her jersey, pulling her back.
Saw someone on the ground back near the free throw line. Didn't see the official's call, but it looks like it was a foul indeed, Kaysen. That would be Amaya Thompson's second foul of the ball game here. Free throw number 1, no good. VolState, of course, in the bonus right now. 5 team fouls for Roane State in this opening quarter of action.
Love does not have the highest free throw percentage, just about at 50%. So
I want to say that was Rylan Freeman at the free throw line. Her second shot falls no good. Lady Raiders come out with the ball. Thompson going to take it up the floor. Back to Patrick now. Aponte from the wing. Moving the ball around again. Patrick looking to drive. And she won't go up for the basket. She will draw the foul, however, with 34.5 seconds left on the clock.
This is the game plan I would like to see the Pioneers take, especially with how low on players the Raiders are. Take it to the basket, see if you can get that charge call or that call in your favor.
Kyrie Patrick here at the free throw line. That's another player that did not show up on the box score in that first game between these two schools. She's had a pretty impactful role, I would say, here in the opening quarter.
Kyrie Patrick on the website, the last game they played, they had no stats for the Lady Raiders.
They get the rebound off the missed free throw. Patrick moving the ball around to Thompson. Back to Patrick. She looks to drive. She'll put it up. Shot's a little overdone. No good. Wild fight for the ball there, but they end up getting a shot to fall out of that. VolState moving down the floor. For 3, that shot falls. And the Lady Pioneers will take a 25-14 lead into the second quarter.
I'm going to finish my thought I had just down here with when the Raiders had the ball. I was talking about Kyrie Patrick, and on the website there's no stats for the Lady Raiders in their last game that they played, but I have a game here from February 21st of 2026 against Jackson State Community College. Kyrie Patrick had 24 points in that game, so definitely could be a big factor here this afternoon for the Raiders. As well as during warm-up, I saw Rylan Freeman shooting from beyond the arc, so it's very fitting that she was able to hit that 3 right before going into the second quarter.
Yeah, big 3. That's the kind of play that builds momentum carrying over to a quarter here. And with women's college basketball, it is 4 quarters. It's one thing the men's game hasn't quite gotten to yet.
Yeah. Definitely, I have an issue with, because I'm very football-minded, I always call it halftime, and which I guess it is technically a half, but I always call it the end of the quarter once the boys go into halftime, but that's not what it is.
I suspect one day in the near future they will move the quarters. It'll be a strange day when that happens, but that seems to be the direction we're heading as Patrick inbounds the ball, moving around now. Maya Thompson at the top of the key. She dishes it over to Aponte. Aponte drives, goes for the layup, and it's good. Nice bucket to open the second quarter for Roane State. Lady Pioneers now trying to get something to go on offense. From the wing, a three. That shot off the mark. Rebound, Roane State. Thompson will take it up the floor again. Thompson, one to watch. She can put up points, but she's going to be teetering on foul trouble if things continue the way they went in that first quarter. Wide open look for Patrick, and she will drain a three. Roane State making some noise here early in the second quarter.
Pioneers love to come out, have the lead going into halftime, and then after they come back to halftime, they look like a completely different team and just letting the other team really just kind of do whatever they want.
That shot up and good, making the score 27-19. Good response by the Lady Pioneers. Roane State, a couple quick buckets. They found themselves right back in this game. That pass is tipped. Loose ball. It'll be recovered by Roane State. Thompson from the wing for three. That shot off the mark. They get the offensive rebound, dishing it inside to Brown. That shot no good. Actually, that was number 14, Bitterly. And we've got another whistle here. Coach Key called a timeout to get his players in.
I don't think it was a timeout. I think it's just the Roane State may have been able to sub somebody in, so they were just giving VolState the opportunity to do so as well.
Couple substitutions for the Lady Pioneers here. About 8 minutes left in the opening half. From the corner, another three. That shot off the mark. Roane State with the rebound. And they will move it up the floor. That's Patrick again. Aponte from the wing. Back to Patrick. Patrick inside to Thompson. Thompson looks to drive. Thompson puts it up and in for 2 points. 27-21 now.
Could be trouble for the Lady Pioneers here, knowing that they're not a second half team.
Mason dishes it to the wing. They get it inside. That shot blocked by Roane State. Bitterly put her hand up. Mason with the ball now. They're trying to get inside again. That pass tipped. And a wild scramble for the basketball draws a whistle.
Freeman looking to be hopefully not in a lot of pain, maybe just a little bit of confusion after that ball was hit her in the face. So hopefully she's all right.
Mason inbound the ball here. Get it back to her on the wing again. She'll dish it inside. That shot up no good, but the foul is drawn.
I believe that was on Thompson, so she's already at 3 fouls. Not even in the third quarter, second half yet. Rainey to the line for the Pioneers.
With as thin as the roster appears to be today for Roane State, foul trouble is not something you want to find. Again, they brought in 7 players today. You only got 2 on the bench to rotate in and out. That could create some troublesome scenarios here late in the game.
Definitely. Rainey been to the free throw line a bunch, 55%, but she shot over 187 free throws so far this year as she sinks the second shot.
Roane State will move the ball back down the floor. Patrick to Aponte at the free throw line. Back out to the corner. That shot is up and no good for Cooper. And the Lady Pioneers get the rebound. Inside, tried to get it again to Rainey. That pass tipped away, and it's going to be Roane State ball here. Willett look to drive. They try to dish it back out to Patrick. Looks like we've got a travel.
Right now, the Pioneers need to capitalize on everything that they are given. So they need to go down here and they need to put some points on the board, especially since Roane State has kind of got the momentum shifted into their favor with this glooming comeback that they've been mounting.
Those first 2 buckets were big to start the quarter for Roane State. It has definitely shifted the tone a little bit. VolState now from the wing. Try to dish it inside. More physicality there, and it worked. Broke the pass up. Roane State down the floor. The shot is no good. A hard fall here on the end of the floor. And she did draw the foul, so Maya Thompson will head to the free throw line.
I believe the foul was on Amaya Walker. Yes, it is. That's her first foul. Definitely a big factor for the Pioneers, as you've already mentioned so far. The Raiders only brought 2 reserves, so definitely a big thing. Players are going to get gassed, and the Pioneers need to capitalize on that.
That first free throw is up and good. Second free throw on the way. It is up and no good. The rebound goes to VolState, and they'll move it down the floor. Now, every time I look over here, it looks like Rainey's already in the paint and waiting. That shot up and in. They didn't need her that time. 31-22. High pass, but it's going to be brought in by Thompson. They'll dish it out to Patrick. Inside of Ponte now. Back to Thompson. And another travel. Back-to-back possessions and in a travel.
Going back to the shot there by Amaya Walker. She doesn't have the highest three-point percentage, just at 21%. But she's definitely a threat from out there. She goes off some games, and she'll hit 3 threes.
Three-point shot. Every 3 counts in a game like this. Another 3 up and no good. When you've got a player like Jada Rainey who can put up 27 points without a single 3 attempted, every 3 you add on top of that, that's how you win a game right there. Lady Pioneers get the ball back. They drive it down the floor. Mason inside trying to get it to Rainey. That pass deflected again and taken away. Lady Raiders got something working on defense here, disrupting these passes. Thompson inside to a Ponte, a lane there, but it's broken up. Basketball knocked away, taken away by VolState. Thompson, or Rainey rather, for 3, no good.
Not a shot Rainey typically takes, as she's only made 1 free 3-point.
4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Thompson hands it off to Patrick. That shot will eventually fall. Back to a 7-point game here. Mason, they're going to slow it down a little bit. It looks like a couple more subs on the way for VolState. Get the pass inside, but it's knocked away by Jaden Cooper. So Roane State able to disrupt passes and shots here in the second quarter. They get some more of these shots to fall, we'll have a pretty tight ball game heading into the second half.
We definitely will, and that is definitely trouble for the Pioneers. They have never, well, this season, I guess I should say, haven't really played very well in the second half.
Thought about taking the 3, decided against it, and they'll swing the ball back out. This time she will, and it falls. Big shot there, making it a 10-point game again for VolState. You can start to see the early signs of fatigue, I think, on the Lady Raiders. Fight for the basketball. I didn't see a jump ball signal.
I didn't either.
They will use the possession arrow. It is in favor of VolState. So the Lady Pioneers will bring it down the floor again here with 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Over to the wing, another three put up. That shot falls. Looks like she drew the foul too. So a potential 4-point play is on the way for the Lady Pioneers here.
And you may not know this, but the reason the crowd went so wild right there is because Cheyenne Love is not really a three-point shooter. She has no made threes this year.
She had a big one there. And another fight for the ball. And this time it will be Roane State basketball with the possession arrow. So the free throw is no good, but the score is 37-24. VolState, the ones putting together a little bit of a run here as we near the end of the half. Patrick will take the ball, or she dishes it back. Thompson gets it inside. Brown puts it up, no good. And another foul, it looks like. I was just starting to think we haven't had as many fouls here in the second quarter. Looks like that's going to change.
Freeman assessed with the foul. Freeman not usually in foul trouble, so she's usually a player you see a lot of in the fourth quarter.
That first free throw attempt will fall. He thought about it for a minute. Second shot on the way for Brown. That one does not fall. Rainey gets the rebound, and the Lady Pioneers are back in business. Driving in from the corner. Shot no good. Got the rebound, but it's torn out of her hands, and it will draw a foul. I believe it's going to be wrong. Did it draw a foul, or did they say jump ball again?
I don't think so. I think the ball may have just rolled out of bounds off of Rainey.
I saw a raised fist. I guess not. Willett. That shot up and no good for Patrick. Another battle for the rebound here. That time they will call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors VolState. Wild sequence here.
Definitely has been. People that usually don't shoot threes, shoot some threes like Rainey and Love. So definitely bound to be a great second half.
Young gets it inside. That shot up and no good. Rebound Rainey. The putback won't fall. And it looks like Amaya Thompson secured the rebound that time for Roane State. 2 minutes to go here in the opening half, rather. That ball loose. Willett has to chase it back down. She'll give it to Brown, who gives it back. At the top of the key now, Willett. Over to Patrick. Patrick back to Thompson. Thompson at the top of the key. She dishes it back to Willett. Roane State moving the ball around. Aponte from the wing for three. That shot no good. Didn't hit the rim either. Looks like it'll be a shot clock violation. And it looks like we have a timeout on the floor with 1:38 to play in the first half. It's 37-25, VolState. Up and down second quarter here. It's been nonstop.
Definitely has been. I think for the Pioneers, you want to just try and slow it down as much as you can, obviously with the lead here. But obviously, you want to keep growing on to that. And then one thing that I have noticed is we've been going to the free throw line a lot. I think we need to capitalize on that and hit more shots than we are. And that will definitely boost our lead.
The Lady Pioneers shot 11 free throws in the first meeting between these two teams. Going 7 for 11 there.
And they've already shot 8 so far this afternoon. So they're on track to break it.
We had a little bit of a dry spell in terms of fouls there, but here towards the end of the quarter, it seems to have picked back up a little bit. We'll see how that plays out as VolState moves the ball down the floor. Trying to get it inside. Instead, they'll dish it back out to the wing. She'll drive. She'll put it up and in. Nice play for the Lady Pioneers. Will it over to Thompson. Maya Thompson met by two Lady Pioneers. She'll get it out to Aponte. They dish it inside, and that shot is no good. Loose ball and a race for it. We'll wait for the call. It looks like it's going to be out of bounds on VolState.
Saw Freeman going to fight for it, but I couldn't quite see what had happened past this monitor right here.
Thompson dishes it inside to Aponte. Back to Brown under the basket. That's going to be knocked away by Jada Rainey and out of bounds. 52.1 on the clock here in the second quarter. Again, you're watching the Volunteer State Sports Network. My name is Nathan Maxwell, joined alongside Kason Hollingsworth this afternoon. Live at the Richard Moore Gymnasium. Another whistle here, and it looks like Brown's going to be back at the free throw line. That's the first foul on Jada Rainey.
Good to see that that's her first foul. She usually has a couple by the end of the first half, so definitely can see more of her going into these later quarters.
Brown's first free throw is up and in. That'll pull Roane State a little bit closer here. It's a 39-26 lead. See here, the second free throw is up and it's in. So 2 points off the foul for Brown.
Brown, in the last game that's recorded, was 50% from the free throw line. She's 75% this afternoon so far.
VolState here, I'm interested to see if they hold on to this ball a little bit longer. No, they're going to shoot from the corner. It's good. Looks like Freeman, and that'll put them over 40. 42-27, 25 seconds to go. Roane State moving fast. They dish it inside to Thompson. She gets the basket and the foul. Big play for Maya Thompson.
Chance to answer with 3 points of her own here.
Opportunity at the three-point play. Thompson. Shot is no good. Rebound, Lady Pioneers, and they're going to go quickly now. Try to get it to Rainey. She'll put it up and no good. Gets her own rebound. Putback's no good. Gets her own rebound again. Third time is a charm for Jada Rainey. Final seconds of the quarter. Big shot for Patrick. No good, and that will end the first half. 44-29 is your score. The VolState Lady Pioneers with a big lead to close out that opening half, Kason.
Definitely, one thing I think that the Pioneers need to do better on, as I've already mentioned, is get those free throws and make them. You've already been a bunch this afternoon, and if you just were able to hit both those free throws, you're going to be up by a whole bunch more. And that we're going to take a break with them as the teams are going to take a break. So we will be right back just before half, and we'll give you some scores for both teams. You're watching the VolState Sports Network.
Cybercrimes take place online, and companies need more well-trained workers to stop it.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there. VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now. My story could be your story.
You are tuned into 5. Y'all don't go anywhere because we got Rylan Freeman, a player of the VolState women's basketball team, right here in the studio. But first, before we go chat with her, let's go see what the girls are up to with the Student Says segment. You ready? Let's dive in.
Hey Hey guys, it's Roxanne for the Student Says segment of 5, and today we're asking, what's your favorite part about VolState?
I think my favorite part would probably be the campus. I really enjoy going around, walking around, exploring.
My favorite part of going to VolState is getting to see all my friends on campus.
The opportunity and the close-knit community that's around here.
Probably the immense support you get from professors. In every class that I've been in so far, a lot of my professors have immediately been like, here's my contact info, here's all this, text me if you need me, and then they actually answer you if you text them.
How small the classes are too, and all the help that you can get hanging out with my friends and studying in the library.
Mine would be meeting new people, like I met her this last semester.
All the amenities that we have, the gyms, and it's actually a pretty good school.
Being able to meet new people, everyone here is really great and awesome.
Hey girl, thanks for being with us today.
I'm glad to be here.
So tell us, the conference is here. You have like 2 games left of the season. How's it going? How are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous. Being a sophomore, knowing it's your last little go, it takes a toll because you're you want it to be your best. You want the team to play their best, and you just hope for the best because you don't know how it's going to go.
Well, and I know it feels like a lot of pressure because you're the captain, right?
Yes, me and Cheyenne Love.
Oh, goodness, that's awesome. How are you guys liking the roles as a captain? Feel like a lot of pressure, or?
It does at times. Sometimes it's hard to be a leader when you aren't doing the expectations that come with that. Sometimes, but I feel like the team listens to us really well. Like we're role models, and I just hope that we did a good job.
Well, y'all are doing great because you always have the positive spirit. No matter if you win or lose, I could tell you guys just always have so much fun. I know you're saying you love to just blast out music at the end of games. Tell me about that.
So, in the locker room, we like to play music, and it's a bunch of different genres and stuff like that because we all have our different styles. Preferably, I like country music. That's crazy to say for a game day, but that's just how I've been since I was in high school. The girls love the upbeat, good dance music, and it just gets the locker room really hype.
That's awesome. You always need that upbeat motivation just to get yourself going. I love that. So, okay, you have a game Saturday against, who is it again?
Roane State.
Okay, how are you feeling?
The first time we played them, it went pretty well. We didn't have Nay, one of our big scorers, so I think that it will go a lot better, and it'll be really competitive knowing that we'll be seated different depending how this game goes.
Yeah, okay, that's exciting. And I heard y'all wearing pink on Saturday, right?
Saturday, yes. We're pulling them out. I'm very excited. They're very cute.
For breast cancer awareness, right? I love that y'all are doing that. Okay, one last question before we go. This is such a random question. If you could be a dipping sauce, what sauce would you be?
Ranch, 100%.
Ranch. Okay, super easy.
Yes, 100%.
Awesome. Thanks, girl. That's all we got for you.
Thank you.
February 28th, Saturday at 12 and 2. Game day. Don't miss it.
If you need to make an appointment with advising, go to volstate.edu/advising and click Make Appointment.
Come visit the art gallery and check out the Retro 50 Expo by Alan Messer going on until February 27th, where you can check out artists such as Willie Nelson, Alice Cooper, and last but not least, this guy.
And one last thing, y'all don't forget to come out and support our VolState men's and women's basketball teams this weekend, Saturday, February 28th. The games will be right here at our VolState campus in the Pickle Building Gym. Well, that's all we got for you for 5 segments in 5 minutes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm Jessica Meyer, and we'll see y'all next week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's make a record.
Y'all ready?
The Possum Hunters they were the first band to play the Grand Ole Opry 100 years ago this year. Not only is it the museum's 50th anniversary, but it's the 100th anniversary of the Opry, and the Possum Hunters were the very first band to play the Opry. Not only that, they opened the Opry every single Saturday night from 1925 to around 1938, 1940. They were absolute superstars.
I'd go back to my great-granddad, who was also with the Possum Hunters when his Uncle Monk played for him. My granddad was Martin Presley, George Martin Presley, and they called him Shorty. And if you ever saw a picture of him, he wasn't much bigger than the banjo that he played, but I remember as a little kid sitting around with him. You know, of course, he passed away when I was still young, but I still remember hanging out with him in the yard, and that's all he loved to do. He still, till his old age, till his dying days, that's all he wanted to do was play the banjo. As a matter of fact, that's his banjo back there behind me. We got to play that on this album. Luckily, I put a few things back on it because it was missing a head, and I had to make it playable again. But that's still the original, roughly 130-year-old banjo back there that he learned to play on.
My uncle, he tells a story that he was asked to join the Possum Hunters, but he turned them down and suggested that my uncle Monk, as he was known, his name is Noel, that he might want to play with them, and he did.
I'm on the board of directors of the Sumner County Museum, and we're having a night at the museum. And this band, this bluegrass band, local bluegrass band, who I'd seen before called the Lugnuts, were playing there that night as entertainment. When you go in the museum, if you look up on the wall, one of the first things you'll see is this massive picture of the Possum Hunters from the late 20s. The Lugnuts that night were playing underneath the photo of the Possum Hunters, playing a Possum Hunter set list. And I'm standing across the room at this point listening, tapping my toe, and it's February. I need a project for the spring semester, and the light bulb went off. It's like, I'm going to record that. I knew it was daunting because I wanted to do a whole album. I jumped right in. I went to the museum and gave them my idea. I said, I can record it in the studio. If everybody's on board, we'll make this record. Museum loved the idea. Then I went to Steve Beischer, head of the department here.
So Cole comes with the project, and he says, this would be a great thing to do. And I agreed. I said, this is something that would be great for the school, great for students, and it's a real world thing. I took it to the school and talked to the school about it, and Dr. Tostenson, the president, said it's a cool thing. Everybody's agreed that it's a really neat thing because it connects the historical part of it and the student working on projects part of it, and all the stuff that it connects together is, I think, a worthy goal to make it as good as it can be. The students did a good job on the recording. There's probably a lot of students who've never experienced one of those instruments live and in the flesh before. So those instruments were great to have them say, well, here it is. This is what it does. Here's where the sound comes. Here's how it's played. And they can take those techniques sometimes away or put them into a project that they're working on, or say, hey, what if I put a mandolin on my rap track? What's that going to be like? Hey, why not do it? See what happens. I've spent a lot of my career with two phrases, what if and why not. It's like, what if we put a mic up here? Why not? Well, do it, see what it sounds like. If it's good, cool. If it's not, then you don't have to use it. So all of those things apply because as they're learning things, like all these pieces of gear here, until they actually come in and turn the knob, I can talk about what this knob might do all day, but until they actually turn it and go, oh, now I understand. The whole point of the program is to come out with portfolio material, because in the real world, especially on a hands-on or a creative thing like this, like engineering or producing or something, the first thing you'll be asked is, what do you do? And you can say, this is what I do. And since it is a real world project, it's not a theoretical, I did this for a class. Here it's on the market, it's for sale, my name is on it, Maybe it goes and wins Bluegrass Album of the Year, who knows? Then you have that accolade to your credit. So it's only good things can happen for students.
Our students are the future leaders of businesses in this area. We live in a fast-growing area. We are seeing large tech companies move in.
When a student comes to VolState, they can leave here with knowledge that applies to all aspects of business.
We have a management concentration. We have marketing concentrations. Within that, you have a sales focus. We have an entrepreneur focus within that for someone who wants to look at starting their own business. We also have a focus in accounting and in finance.
We have our Associate of Applied Science degrees, which are logistics, accounting, management, and marketing. And then we have the Associate of Science, our transfer degree programs.
Our goal is to figure out a student's path in front of them, whether that is to transition to a four-year university or to align to a career, and for us to prepare them in order to be able to be successful in the path they choose.
I took business management because I want to have my own business one day.
I started updating my resume. In a lot of places, even as entry level, really needed a degree. So I just really knew that it was time for me to take that step and enroll in VolState.
I feel like for what I want to do for my own future, I do need the background and I need the understanding.
At VolState, we offer end-to-end supply chain courses.
Companies like Amazon, their system and their perfection with this system is built upon efficiency.
A lot of a business function is dependent upon getting a product on time so that they can do the business they need to do.
Going into the future, our students need to understand these processes, so we give them that practical knowledge in the classroom. Students here at VolState are able to leave here with that knowledge.
VolState CIT programs prepare students to earn industry standard certifications within the IT industry.
I'm in the introduction to networking.
They make it real simple to just take your classes and go. It's all right there laid out for you.
VolState is training me to help combat cybercrimes in the future.
We're training them for those type of jobs that are out there.
We're seeing changes in how businesses function, how there's a shift in the skills needed in the workforce. When I ask about the future is now, and our students need to be ready to enter that future, prepared with the skills that are necessary in order for them to survive and to thrive.
I think that the moment I finish my classes, I'll be ready to go into a company and work my way up through it.
VolState is giving me real-world experiences.
VolState is preparing me for my future.
I choose VolState because the future needs me now.
VolState is amazing. Here you'll get a top-notch education with great professors who inspire. And with Tennessee Promise or Reconnect, it could be nearly free. VolState offers small class sizes, 4 convenient campuses, and we are big on experiences. Whether you thrive in the lab, the studio, the field, the classroom, or just enjoy hanging around campus, join the family. Go to volstate.edu to get started.
Studies show a 2-year degree can increase your earnings by 17% per year, or over $400,000 during your lifetime. Volunteer State Community College is here to help you unlock your unlimited potential. From nursing to marketing, computer tech to acting, and everything in between, come see what VolState has to offer. Go to volstate.edu today to get started. Pioneer your future. Start here.
Back here live at Pickle Field House in Richard Moore Gymnasium. This is the second half of VolState Lady Pioneer basketball against Roane State. My name is Nathan Maxwell, joined alongside Kaysen Hollingsworth. Kaysen, a big first half for the Lady Pioneers.
Huge first half, coming out with a 44-29 point lead, but as I've mentioned so far, and I haven't mentioned it to you yet off camera, but the Pioneers, both men and women, are not very good during the second half. They lack, I guess, motivation or something. They don't come out there and they don't have the same drive, they don't keep their foot on the pedal once they have the lead.
Well, we'll see what happens here. It's a nice lead for VolState, 44-29 entering the third quarter. We'll see if they can hold on to it or not. Roane State had a couple spells in that second quarter where it looked like they were going to get back into the game, but they were unable to sustain those runs. So we will see what happens. It's been a very physical game by Roane State, despite having a short bench tonight, just 2 players to rotate in and out. And right away, Aponte went for a little floater. That shot is no good. And VolState will take the basketball down the floor. Mason with a long pass. It's secured, and a little mid-range shot, no good. Putback is up and in for Rylan Freeman.
Freeman at 12 points so far this afternoon. Great game. Technically should be the last game of the season, but with weather, we had to make up a game.
Mason stole that one. She drives and puts it up. It's no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Raiders. She'll look to drive a wide open lane there for a moment. It looks like they're going to get her on a charge. Is that what he said? Or did he say blocking foul?
I think it was a blocking foul.
Okay. I always look up a second too late to see the official's actual call.
Should be on Cheyenne Love. The scores table hasn't quite put it down yet.
That first free throw is up and good for number 2, Kyrie Roberts. Or Kyrie Patrick, rather. Second shot is up and in.
Patrick also had a great first half, 9 points for her team.
VolState moving down the floor now. Roane State starting to bring up some pressure on defense. Freeman for 3. That shot falls. Another one. Rylan Freeman heating up here in the third quarter. Aponte from the wing. She tries to dish it inside. Can't secure the pass, and the Lady Pioneers take it back. Mason at the top of the key. Back to Freeman. Moving the ball around here. She'll drive and put it up. It's no good. Rebound. VolState, the putback will fall.
VolState coming out with some intensity. That 3 by Freeman definitely has, right out of the gate, given the Pioneers some momentum.
51-31. Thompson from the top of the key. She'll dish it out. Looking to drive and put it up. It's no good. Rebound, VolState. The Lady Pioneers trying to dish it inside. That shot's not going to fall. Rebound goes to the Lady Raiders. Thompson had a lead, but the pass is tipped, and Mason will take it away. Get it inside, and a foul will be drawn under the basket.
See who they had addressed it to, because it was just 2 people down there.
Looks like Aponte will pick up her first foul. I believe that's Nay Young at the free throw line.
Young, high free throw shooter, 82% from the line.
First shot falls.
Pioneers made a substitution right before the free throw started. Amaya Walker came onto the court for the Pioneers.
Second shot is off the mark. Thompson with the rebound. And Roane State will move it down the floor. From the corner, dishing it back inside. That shot is up and good. And it looks like she got the foul with it. Zia Willett will head to the free throw line. This is starting to look a little more like that opening quarter. And several fouls exchanged there. I think both teams ended up in the bonus by the end of the first quarter. Willett's shot will fall. 3-point play for Roane State. Mason inside to Freeman. Freeman puts up a floater, it falls. She's on fire right now, folks. Willett looking around. She'll get it to a Ponte to Parker. Mid-range, no good for Cooper, and it's going back to VolState, and we've got a foul. Mason tripped up there. That's the fourth foul for Amaya Thompson. That is a big one to watch, folks.
Thompson also had 9 points in that first half for the Raiders, so definitely need to be careful in how she plays defense.
Mason moving the ball around here. That ball nearly knocked free. VolState will recover it. At the top of the key, a three. That shot off the mark. Rebound for Mason. It looks like we got a stoppage and play again. Was it a kickball violation?
I think it was. I didn't quite see the call. I saw him hold up 2 11s or 2 1s.
VolState keeps the basketball, a little floater. That shot's no good. She gets her own rebound, tries to go back up with it, but she'll be fouled. And that'll give her 2 free throw attempts here. 54-34, 6:24 to play in the third quarter. And that's Brown's first foul. And Roane State already up to 14 fouls here in the second half.
We just talked about Young at the free throw line and how high of a percentage she has. So if you're the Raiders, first of all, you don't want to really be fouling at all. With only 2 people that you can sub in and out, and one of those players having 4 fouls already, you don't want to send anyone to the line, but really you don't want to send Nay Young to the line.
Both free throws fall that time. She's had 4 free throw attempts here in about the last minute and a half. Again, you said high percentage free throw shooter. Roane State trying to power their way through there. And that'll draw a whistle. Looks like a blocking foul on Nay Young. That's her 3rd of the night. Willett will inbound the basketball. She dumps it off to Patrick. Patrick looking to drive from the free throw line. A jumper, no good. Rebound Brown, and the putback is no good. That'll go back to VolState. Nay Young calling out a play. They'll move it around. Mason looking to drive from the wing. Dishes it back out. High pass. Had to go up and get it. Disrupting the play there, Freeman. Back to Mason at the top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Pioneers. She looks to drive. She lost the basketball. Roane State fell on it. They haven't said if it's a jump ball or not. It looks like it's going to be Roane State basketball. After all that. Willett will take the ball and look to move it down the floor here. She'll dish it back to Cooper. Cooper to Patrick. Ponte trying to get it inside. They'll give it back to her. Willett with a little spin move. She puts it up and in. Zia Willett getting shifty in the paint. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. The score is 56-36 Ball State. Big three off the mark. I think that was a Mile Walker. And we've got another whistle.
Foul on Ryland Freeman. Second foul of the night.
An off-ball foul. It looks like we'll take a short timeout here. 4:52 to play in the third quarter.
Ball State's done a good job of capitalizing off of those free throws, as we've been talking about. A bunch of free throws coming out of the gate, really, and especially sending your best free throw shooter, Nay Young, to the line. That's going to help boost that lead that you have and really keep the momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get free points like that, you got to take them. That was one of the big things when you look back at that first meeting. Jada Rainey was 5 for 7 shooting free throws, and that helped propel her a 27-point game and a 65-53 victory.
Another big thing
Roane State.
Sorry to cut you off there, but another big thing that Jada Rainey only has one foul so far in this game, so it's definitely good that she's going to be able to play the majority of this second half, as she hasn't really hit the court much in this third quarter. Could see her being subbed in here. I don't think so. I think she's going to take a seat on the bench. Ball State sort of handling it right now. Don't need her right about now.
Say the way Ryland Freeman has opened this quarter, she may be all you need right now.
Freeman has really taken over this game. She's got 3 threes so far.
Cooper is going to dish that back out to Aponte. He'll get it back inside to Cooper. She tries to go over the top to Brown, but it's tipped. And did it go out of bounds? It looks like it did.
Freeman trying to save it, just stepped out of bounds as she was reaching over. Great hustle there. Just be mindful of your feet.
And that shot is going to fall. That'll send her to the line as well. Another 3-point play opportunity here. And that's Aponte again at the free throw line. It's like that foul was on Wilson. It's her second of the ball game. Shot falls, 56-39 the score now.
Aponte 1 for 1, or 1 for 1, yeah. And then the last game she was also 1 for 1.
Mason thought about driving. She'll dump it off. And we'll back it out again here at the wing. Open three, she'll take it. Shots off the mark. And some physicality there. She'll be knocked over and a foul is called. That was Kyrie Patrick who had the rebound. And it looks like that's going to be on Fleming. Or sorry, that's going to be on Ryland Freeman rather. Freeman tonight wearing number 10 instead. 4:02 to play here in the third quarter. That's Freeman's third foul. And another player you may not want to get into foul trouble here as this second half evolves.
Definitely not been such a key factor of this game so far, but good thing to kind of, if she does get into foul trouble, good thing that we have 4 people on the bench who can be subbed in, as well as Jada Rainey, your leading scorer. So you replace one and you put another one right back in.
The second of the 2 free throws falls for Patrick. Making a 16-point game, moving up the floor. Love, ball's knocked away by Brown and out of bounds. And looks like it's going to be Roane State basketball. Off the hands of Cheyenne Love. Cooper will give it off to Zia Willett. Willett moves it to Patrick, over to Aponte. Back inside to Patrick. She takes a hard hit to the back and draws the foul.
That was a great pass. It's really threading the needle there. Well, she wasn't in a good position there to, even if she didn't get fouled, she would have been right up underneath the basket. Luckily, it does work out for them, sending her to the free throw line.
Kyrie Patrick back to the free throw line. Went 1 of 2 just a moment ago. The first one this time will fall. Both teams in the bonus here with 3:42 to play in the third, as Patrick's second free throw will fall as well. Roane State slowly but surely trying to chip away at that lead. Lady Pioneers. She'll dump it off to Cheyenne Love at the wing. And looks like a travel will be called. So that'll go back to Roane State. VolState starting to have some hiccups here late in the third quarter.
Very unfortunate. Kind of sort of what I have been talking about, as Wilson gets a steal.
Big steal, she'll put up a mid-range, and it falls. Shante Wilson.
Like I was saying, we talk all the time about how VolState's not a second-half team, and they're kind of showing it right now, letting the Raiders chip away and kind of claw their way back into this game.
2:50 to play in the third quarter. Patrick thought about it. She'll dump it off, and that shot falls. Zaya Willett again. Mason passes tipped and knocked out of bounds by Willett. That one should stay with the Lady Pioneers. I'll move it up the floor here. She's going to go for the drive right away. She'll dump it off to Freeman. She puts it up no good, gets her own rebound. Mason at the top of the key for 3. Off the mark, another rebound for Freeman. They'll dish it back out and kind of reset here. Mason moving it over. Inside, Freeman spins and puts it up. It's off the mark, and the rebound goes to Roane State. Couldn't get one to fall that time. The Lady Raiders move it down the floor here. Back to Kyrie Patrick at the wing. Patrick looking, tries to get to Cooper. It's tipped and taken away again by VolState. Beats the pursuit, but can't get the shot to fall. They'll dish it out to Mason, who walks it back a little bit. Corner 3 for Freeman, drains it. 61-44.
As I mentioned earlier in this game, Wilson, huge aspect on defense, 46 steals. She's got 2 in this game so far, and that's what set up that big 3 by Freeman.
Rylan Freeman having a heck of a third quarter for VolState. And a wild pass there by the Lady Raiders goes out of bounds. It's going to be VolState basketball. 1:01 to play in the third quarter.
Couldn't tell whether if that was miscommunication or maybe just a wild pass, but ball does roll out of bounds. VolState now with a chance to put even more points onto their lead.
They're going to slow it down a little bit here. Take some of this clock down here. As we've got about 40 seconds with less than 10 on the shot clock now. You got to do something with it. 3 seconds, long 3 is going to fall short. It did not hit the rim. So that's going to go back to Roane State. 29.7 on the clock.
They've got Rylan Freeman playing a paint position, almost like a center down there. I've never really seen her play that position.
VolState swarming Zaya Willett. She's able to get rid of it. Quick dish inside to Cooper. She gets a 2 to fall. Final seconds here of the third quarter for the Lady Pioneers. Mason just going to put up a 3 off the mark. Rebound Patrick. And that will end quarter number 3. VolState with a 61-46 lead heading into the fourth and final quarter.
I want to take a moment, as it is sophomore night. I want to shout out the sophomores on the girls team. You got number 1, Cheyenne Love, sophomore out of Jackson Central Mary. That's high school she attended. Tashana Moore, number 15, from Blackman High School. And then number 34, Alexis Parks, also a sophomore from West Creek. Rylan Freeman as well has had one heck of a game so far. She's from Greenbrier High School, so great to see what they're going to do after these 2 years here at VolState. I think they all have the skill level to go play somewhere else.
College basketball is a lot bigger than people think. There's an opportunity somewhere for each and every one of these girls out there tonight.
I agree, especially with, as I've already mentioned, this was sort of kind of supposed to be your final game, but because of the weather, we have a makeup game on Monday. So, you know, it's kind of treating it like a last game. Rylan Freeman's really played her heart out. Been here for 2 years so far and really just been a great captain for the team leader, as we can see her breaking the huddle.
And she's been a big difference maker here in this second half thus far. That third quarter arguably could be considered her quarter, the way she came out and played, especially with the absence of Jada Rainey in that third quarter. I'm going to be interested to see if we see her come back out here in this fourth and final quarter as VolState inbounds the basketball. Inside to Walker, and dishes it back out to Freeman. She'll put it up. It's no good. Gets the rebounds. I don't know how she managed to get that one. With 3 Lady Raiders right there, she went back up and got it, folks. And she draws a foul alongside it. So Rylan Freeman making a big play there. She'll get 2 free throws. First one rolls off the rim, no good.
Freeman has 53% from free throw line. She doesn't get fouled much, as they've got her playing a different position. Maybe that was one of her wishes sophomore night. I want to play a bit of a different position. They got her outside on the wing mostly. Doesn't get many fouls.
Willett inside's going to give it back out to Kyrie Patrick. Roane State trying to move it around here. Zia Willett again at the top of the key. Over to Cooper, who drains a 3. VolState now going to look to respond. 62-49 the score. Gets it inside to Freeman, who puts it up and in. Pretty shot. And Rylan Freeman continues to have a wonderful second half for VolState. Ponte on the wing. Maya Thompson back in the game. They'll get it to her at the top of the key. She dishes it back out to Cooper. That ball's taken away, and VolState with a chance here. She goes up and in for 2. And I heard a whistle. Did she draw the foul? Looks like she did, folks. 3-point play opportunity again for the Lady Pioneers.
Subbing onto the court is Alexis Parks for Maya Walker. Wilson, we've been talking about it all game. Her defense abilities, I think that's 3 steals so far. I've been mentally counting. I may have missed one. Keeping Freeman on the court, wanting her to have one heck of a game as she's already having. I've got her with 23 points so far.
Maya Thompson on the wing. She'll dump it off inside to Cooper. That shot's no good. A foul again. Freeman had the rebound, but a whistle will stop play.
It's Park's 3rd foul. And I think it's just kind of amazing that the Pioneers have been able to keep and really have full control over this game without playing their star, Jada Rainey.
We haven't seen her here for the entire second half, I don't believe. With 8:28 to go, time's running out here. Second free throw attempt is no good. We'll make the score 67-50. Mason now dumps it off inside. A little bit of contact there, no call. And dump it back out to Mason. Freeman on the wing. She looks to drive. She puts up a little floater and it falls. She can do no wrong, folks. Rylan Freeman. Aponte's going to dump it off to the corner. And she's going to step out of bounds, it looks like. And that's going to go back to VolState. 7:56 to play in the ball game. And they'll walk it up the floor this time. Mason directing traffic. She'll dump it off. Long pass to Love, back to Mason. Back to Freeman on the wing for three. That shot off the mark. It does roll out of bounds. It'll be Roane State basketball.
For my calculations, Rylan Freeman's got 25 points so far in this game with 7 minutes and about 20 seconds to go.
And a huge game for her. That's a three. It's no good for Aponte. Rebound, Lady Pioneers. Mason to Love. Back to Freeman. Freeman will just dump it back to Mason. She'll look to drive from the wing. Dumps it back off to Freeman. Shot is going to be disrupted, but she'll draw the foul and head to the line. It's the third team foul in the quarter for Roane State. It's like the second foul for Kyrie Patrick. 6:50 to go. 2 free throws on the way. A 19-point lead here for the Lady Pioneers. First shot no good.
Parks, one of those people that doesn't really get fouled much. She does have an 100% free throw percentage. I know she just missed that, so that stat changes.
The second one will roll off the rim as well. The rebound goes to Roane State. Try to move it around. Cooper tries to get inside to Thompson. Looks like she didn't quite secure that basketball.
Now we have the first player for VolState to hit 4 fouls, Alexis Parks. So I wonder if we'll see a substitution here.
Zaya Willett dumps off to Aponte. She tries to bounce it inside. Cheyenne Love was there, tried to get it away. Roane State somehow came back with it. Thompson's shot no good. A scramble for the basketball. Roane State running wild as Patrick put it up, and that shot's no good, and we've got a whistle. Another foul drawn by Kyrie Patrick. I believe that's the third or fourth foul she's drawn in the second half.
Alexis Parks, 5th foul. Wilson going to come on to the court for her. It'll be really interesting to see how Coach Otis Key decides to play this now without Alexis Parks. Maybe we'll see the return of Jada Rainey.
Got 6:14 to play as that second free throw is up and good. Make it a 17-point game. VolState trying to get something set up here. Dished it off, had an open shot for a moment, but that window closed quickly. Mason gonna bring it back out. Looks like Freeman trying to set up a little screen there. Something off inside 3 seconds. Gotta put a shot up. They won't get one to fall. Roane State takes the basketball away. Patrick at the wing. She'll get it off to Willett and passes it to Cooper on the corner. They get it inside to Aponte. And Amaya Thompson sneaking up inside. She'll get a 2 to fall. Ball State gonna slow it down a little bit there. She'll look to drive, has a lane, a wide open lane, and she'll get the layup to fall. 71-54 as we approach 5 minutes to play. Ball State trying to hold on to this lead. Maya Thompson gets it inside. They dump it off to a wide open shot. It's no good for Aponte. Rebound Love. That ball will go out of bounds.
Stays in the possession of the Pioneers. I think Love should kind of slowed it down there, seeing she was outnumbered 3-1, maybe, but all's well, it ends well.
They do retain possession. That's the important thing there. The ball was tipped away from her. Mason, corner three, no good. As Maya Walker couldn't get it to fall, that ball's going to go out of bounds and to the Roane State Lady Raiders. Approaching 4 minutes to go. Roane State's going to have to pick the pace up a little bit, I think, if they're going to try to get back in this one. Maya Thompson trying to make something work. She couldn't get anything to go. And Vol State's going to come away with the basketball. She'll dump it off to Mason at the wing. He gives it back. Over to Walker. Back to Mason at the top of the key. A three won't fall. Freeman gets the rebound, dumps it off to the wing. That three will not fall. Loose ball goes back to Roane State. Patrick will bring it up the floor. She'll back out a little bit as she was outnumbered. Willett to Aponte. Over to Thompson in the corner. Bounces it back out to Aponte, who gives it off to Patrick. Patrick over the head of Aponte. She scrambles for the ball. I don't think she got there in time.
Great hustle there by Aponte, but just couldn't get there quick enough. Vol State with possession now.
3:18 to play. Crucial turnover there for Roane State as they trail 71-54. Cheyenne Love now. She'll give it back. Vol State slowing it down a little bit. I think they're going to be content to let some of this clock go. She'll lose the basketball. Maya Thompson comes away with it. Thompson's going to drive, and she'll put it up and in for two.
Unable to draw the foul there. Kind of looked like she might have maybe wanted it. Ref says no.
Mason will bring it up the floor for Vol State, and we've got a whistle. 2:38 to play now. That's the fourth team foul on Roane State. And Zia Willett's second of the ball game. Mason with the ball, looking for an opening here. Gives it off at the wing. Trying to create some separation. Back inside to Mason, who puts it up and in for two. Time very quickly getting away from Roane State. As we approach 2 minutes to go, and another foul called here. Looks like Wilson's going to pick up her third of the game. And some substitutions here for Vol State. Cheyenne Love and Rylan Freeman going to come off the floor.
Two of the sophomores, two of the only sophomores, really. Only four sophomores were on this team. Two of them just got subbed off.
Lost the ball. Walker took it away, and Vol State is going to bring it back up the floor. Quick pass inside, can't come away with it. Try to get it to Nia Young. 73-56 is the score. It's going to be Vol State basketball here with 1:44 to go. Rainey gets it into Mason. It was tipped there for a second. Mason able to secure it. Get it inside. Rainey puts it up and in for two. The first appearance of the second half here, late in the fourth quarter. I suspect Coach Key was looking to get those sophomores some critical playing time here.
I agree. Freeman, as I mentioned, been really a captain for this team both years that she's been on the team, so definitely hate to see her go. Hopefully she can go on to bigger and better things.
Played a heck of a game here today. A big second half from her has kept VolState firmly in control of this ball game as we're now under a minute to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rainey will put it up. Did go off the rim. Her putback was no good, but there is a foul. So Jada Rainey will shoot two. That's the third foul on Jaden Cooper in the ball game.
Rainey, as I mentioned, she's already been once this afternoon. That's it, only one time, and she's got about a 55%, but she goes to the line a bunch. 187 free throws, which I guess technically now it would be 190.
When you're a force in the paint, you can come away with a lot. Mason wide open, but we've got a whistle. A little surprise there. Both these teams have one more game remaining. I suspect both games rescheduled after the winter weather we experienced a few weeks back. Monday night, the Lady Pioneers will play host to Chattanooga State at 5:30 p.m. here on the VolState Sports Network. Roane State will travel off to Southwest Tennessee Community College for a 2 p.m. Central Time game this Monday as well.
I was talking to the cameraman for Roane State, and he was telling me that they weren't going home at all. They were just going to drive straight to Memphis and get a hotel room. And I said, yeah, really no point in going home. Just have to turn right around.
One-day turnaround, pretty tough. They're already pretty far away from home. It's not a short trip out from Harriman, Tennessee. So I'm sure they'll be tired after this trip as VolState letting some of this time drain. Rainey for three, can't get it to fall. A little short, and it will go out of bounds. Was it off the hands of Thompson?
It was. Couldn't quite corral the ball for the Raiders as the bench is getting a giggle, it seems, at Jada Rainey's shot.
They'll put one up quickly. That one will fall. They needed to take a shot there rather than let the clock expire due to the shot clock. Shot clock is disabled now. Thompson gets one more shot off. No good. She will draw a foul with 1.9 on the clock. So after losing 10 in a row, dating back to January 2020, VolState will pick up 2 straight wins over the Lady Raiders. A 65-53 win back in January of this year, and we will soon know the final of this ball game, as Amaya Thompson is at the free throw line shooting 2.
And the players out there right now for the Pioneers is likely your starters for next season. All freshmen out there. It's great to see that they're already getting some reps of what this offense is going to look like.
That second shot will fall to make it 79-60. And that will do it, folks. The Lady Pioneers pick up the victory, win number 8 on the season, 79-60.
We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and then we're going to tally up some scores, get you some final scores and what each player had put up. You're watching the VolState Sports Network.
Back here at Pickle Field House, Volunteer State Community College, the Lady Pioneers picking up a 79-60 victory over the Lady Raiders of Roane State. I'm Nathan Maxwell, joined by Kason Hollingsworth. Kason, I believe you have some scores to run down for us.
I do, Nathan. I'm going to start with the Lady Raiders. The leading scorer for the Raiders was Kyrie Patrick and Amaya Thompson, both with 15 points. Jaden Cooper had 9. And then Zaya Willett had 11. Those are some leading scorers for the Raiders. And then for your Vol State Pioneers, leading scorer, who could have thought, is Ryland Freeman with 25 points. What a great game she had. Nay Young had 14, so did Shanti Wilson. So that was a great performance by both of these teams. I think that the Pioneers, coming off of this win, definitely need to keep the momentum, keep that confidence that they had. They have a game in just 2 days, and they need to capitalize on the free throws. They got into the free throw line a bunch this afternoon, and I feel like if they would hit more of them, they would have had an even bigger of a lead.
With Chattanooga State on the way, keep up the pace. They had a great game tonight. Ryland Freeman could come out and replicate what she did. I think we'll have a great game on Monday.
I agree, especially if we can get Jada Rainey involved back into this game. I know she didn't play much for this sophomore night. Kind of wanted to get some more reps in for the older people on the team. But we hope you can join us for the next game on this doubleheader, where we have the Roane State men's facing your Vol State Pioneers men as well. You are watching the Vol State Sports Network.